New tool in the shop today, so that means it's a good day. If you've been following me for a while, you've probably seen me build a lot of stuff with this old Hobart, and it is time for an upgrade. I have to hit this thing with a hammer every couple times I use it. The gun is jacked, the liner's due for replacement, and it's just not quite heavy enough for what I do most of the time. So this is the 135, and I've gotten by with it, and it's been good to me for years, but it's on its last leg, and it's time for an upgrade. If you followed me through the TDI swap over there and the rotary swap, you've probably seen me doing some TIG welding on stainless and aluminum as I do these conversions. And that was my first introduction to Eastwood tools. And I've been really happy with the machine I got from them a while ago. That's this TIG 200 AC/DC machine. This thing has worked flawlessly. I've had it about 3 years now. So when I got the opportunity to collaborate with them on a review of MIG Welder, I was super excited. So I'm gonna pop this thing open and see what it looks like and get it set up. I have a little job here I'm gonna start on, and I'm really excited. I haven't tried a new MIG Welder in a very long time. So time to say bye-bye to the Hobart and hello to the Eastwood.
Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
I'm going to show you everything that comes in the box just in case you want to pick up this same machine. So you get paperwork, a regulator. You get this machine is pretty neat. It's a 220 or a 110 machine, which is one of the things I'm most excited about it because my machine is strictly a 110 unit, and I pop the breaker anytime I do a weld that's any length on the highest heat level. So if I'm on 135 amp on my Hobart 110, I can only do little passes. I don't know if it's the duty cycle of the machine or I have a weak breaker or whatever, but I like to run everything on 220 here in the shop. And so the main cord on this machine is 220. So unless I'm just doing a tiny little job like the one I'm doing here today, I'll be running on 220 most of the time. So it's cool that it comes with that. Also comes with, it's even got a little dielectric grease on it. So the gun and the cord, it's a nice gun. I like that it's not huge because I don't do a ton of huge jobs. But I do need flexibility and maneuverability. It has a nice long tip on it, small handle. It feels like pretty good quality. It's got a hook. And I really do like that you can just replace it with these, the standard type connection. So I'm sure you can buy this piece from Eastwood if it wears out. And it has your little electrical connection there. Comes with a small spool of mild steel to get you started. And I believe this will take, I think this takes the 10-pound as well if you want to go with the larger. It has a welding guide right on the back of the door like it should. Oh, and it looks like it has a quick connect for the larger spool. So that's cool. And we'll get it all set up here shortly. Gas regulator hose and a nice ground cable, and this also is the quick connect style, so if you run this over or catch it on fire or whatever, it's easy to replace. So very cool. And with one of these chintzy little hoods, I think they have to supply these or something. These are good for when your wife wants to stand in the shop and talk to you. It also looks like 2 extra tips and a little multi-tool for replacing them. So it really is everything you need to get started. You're probably going to want to upgrade to a bigger spool and definitely want to upgrade to a better hood. But there it is. Nice small machine. Here's what the controls look like, and we'll go over that as we get it set up and start using it. But so far looks good. I also wanted to mention, yes, to give you these, this will work in a pinch, but you're not going to want to hold this and try to weld one-handed. So they really went up to here and sent me this hood as well. So this is their large view auto-darkening helmet. So this is going to be a huge upgrade. The auto helmets are the way to go. And has a shade guide on the side. really excited to use this. The helmet I have now is the screen isn't great, or the lens isn't great, and it just doesn't, it's not the most comfortable for me. So I'm really excited to try this, and it looks like this field of view is a lot larger as well. So let's pop this open and see. This thing is pretty, super glossy, feels nice, really big field of view on that front window, and there's the light sensor. Nice cushion band on the front, and the standard adjustments. And I like the click that the side wheels have to adjust how hard it stays up when you're looking at your work. And nice big inner panel as well. So I can't wait to give it a try. I'm sure it's going to be a huge upgrade. Thank you, Eastwood, and can't wait to get some time melting wire. It does also come with 2 front panels and 1 rear panel replacement. So, and I think you can buy, I'm guessing these are standard size, but I did see them on the Eastwood website, and then instructions. So, sweet deal. I'm ready to switch my cart over to the new machine and give it a try. Real small project today, but got to work our way up. So I have a little modification I'm making on one of my side rails here, and we'll see how this machine works. I'm going to try it with no, I'm not going to warm up on a piece of scrap metal. I'm going to tear right into something important. So we'll see how, I guess we're testing my skills, but also the machine to see how easy it is to set up. I'm not a professional welder. I am a garage hack, as you can see. But it'll be a good test of how the machine is and the simplicity of the controls, things like that. So give me a minute to switch it over, and we'll tear right into it. I got the machine all set up, very straightforward. I'm not going to cover all the instructions just because it's super simple, but I will show you the inside. Very easy. It's real similar to my Hobart in the way you put everything together. It comes with the 2-sided drive roller. I'm running the 2-pound spool in it right now. And I'm going to use this chart and just see how close their settings get for the job we're working on. It's an 1/8" steel, and I'm running 75% with 030 wire. And so we're using their settings of 19 and 354. So this is different than my other welder, but pretty easy to interpret. So you have your wire speed and arc volts right here. It has some cool settings here. So 2T, I guess, is just for normal welding, where when you let go of the trigger, it turns off. 4T means you click it once, it starts to feed. You click it again, it stops. So it's like a trigger lock if you're doing a real long weld. And then tack is every time you tap the trigger, it's kind of like 3-shot burst. It'll weld for half a second or something like that to give you a tack weld. So that stuff should help with fatigue and just make life easier when you're doing a specific job. But pretty cool. I will note this machine is much smaller and lighter than my Hobart. My Hobart filled this whole thing and was kind of a chore to take on and off of there. So this machine packs more punch in a smaller package. So we'll see how it works, but we are all set up. And the switch on this machine is in the back. We're going to weld on 110 because I'm just doing tiny little welds on 1/8" material. So pretty simple job. I found out after I built these sliders that my axe clamp won't open, so I couldn't get my axe out because I put these on after the axe was in place when I welded them on there. So I had to take a little notch out of that, and so you can see this is 1/8" material, just mild steel. And we're going to see how the machine works. All right, here we go. Fresh out of the gate with the settings on the machine. And same way with the helmet, just going by the shade guide on the side. And let's see how it goes. Not too bad. The hood is really nice, good, clear, has a nice color to it. I'm going to turn the wire down a little bit, and I'll leave the heat where it's at, and keep going. Looks pretty good. Project's wrapping up, but so far the Eastwood Mig 180 is pretty groovy. So let's do some more work. And real quick before we wrap up, here's what I did. So just to show you how much of a dunderhead I can be, I had my axe and shovel all mounted up in here when I built these rock sliders. So that also shows you just how much this stuff is for show, because I haven't chopped down a lot of trees. But that was up in there. I welded the sliders on, and then today I was working on a video and I couldn't get my axe out because that wouldn't drop down all the way. So that was a good excuse to get the grinder out and try out the Eastwood 180. So, first impression of the Eastwood Mig 180, I like it. It's smooth. I like the simplicity of the settings. I like the size of it, and I love being able to use 110 or 220. This one says it's rated up to 5/16, so you know, for we built a lot of stuff out of 1/4 inch, and this will handle it no problem. I was doing it with my 135, and I know I wasn't getting the penetration that I should have, so this is a good step up. So definitely check out Eastwood. They have much bigger machines too, but for most people I think the 180 is a really good size. I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Eastwood. The hood worked great as well, so I'm going to put a link to the Mig 180 and the hood that I used in this video in the description down below. And thank you, Eastwood. Check out their website. I'll put all the links and everything down below. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.